Okay, we're starting here, and you start off with a very square background, a very small background. Go up to options, and I usually like to make this larger, like 1,000. These are pixels. Okay, it's bigger now, and actually I'll shrink as I go to fill it in. So go into load background, and it's going to come up as a bitmap by default, and save it to JPEG. Most of our images will be in JPEG now. And select the one you want, and it'll fit it to there. The characters are always going to be in the center. Get the drag node, that center orange dot, and I'm going to add a figure. Again, they always come in at the center. Put this over here. They're always default black. I'm going to change this guy here to a green. Lighter green. Okay. Avoid orange because sometimes that middle dot disappears. And since I want to do a bit of perspective work with them, again, notice as I go back and forth, the dot will change to red dots and orange dots for active. This one I'm going to change to 80. I'll do it incrementally if I wanted to. And again, you'll see here, if I want to just try to fit it to something, I can do it. Or I could just, I'm going to go to 130. Now notice as I'm moving it, there's no ghosting, there's no onion skin behind there, because I've not made any frames yet. There's no frames up here. So next frame, notice I got my first frame. And now when I move these characters, you will see the ghosting. You see how much I've moved it and where I've moved it to. So if you actually click on any node, your drag node will come on. And I'm going to start to make some leg motion here. Over to this one. Now again, it's important, make sure you pick your colors early because you cannot go back and change your colors after the fact. So there you go. And again, next frame. Don't forget to hit your next frame because otherwise what will happen is all this motion will be lost. You'll be having a grand old time playing with these things, and you'll not have made any frames. So that's another thing, just like I say. Now as I move them in, I'm going to start to incrementally shrink them down. And this one I'm going to incrementally enlarge him. I'm trying to keep this brief here. And we're going to have the meat here in the center. And make this one a little smaller, move him in a little bit. Make this one a little larger until they're both maybe near 100. And again, you can tell how much you moved it. And now notice our overlap here. If I didn't want that, I could send to back, and now he's behind him, or bring to front, and that'll always be the active character. So even though we only have 4 frames here, I'm going to slow this down. You can start to see we have our motion. And again, we could embed this into a editing software and do other things with it. And there I could even slow it down more if I wanted to. Again, when I go to save it, it's going to be a PIV extension, but you can only view or edit it on a computer that has the pivot executable file, exe file, which is easy. You can just move it over with a memory stick. Or I'm going to save it as a GIF. Okay, and I'm just going to call 2 people. And if I did want to save it as a bitmap, then I would want to make sure that I had a folder opened. Otherwise, I'm going to have lots of little bitmap pieces all over my desktop or wherever I'm saving it. So make a folder first and then save those into the folder. And I show in the PowerPoint how you can use those in Microsoft Live Movie Maker.